Hey YouTubers, it's Sunday, November 5th, and I'm going to take these feeders here that we filled up in the last video, and the sugar's all set up. We're going to take them out and install them on the hives. Also, if you remember, I had this lid up here and I had filled it full of sugar and had it partitioned off. And I took those blocks out after they dried, and all right here in this bucket. So you can see how these came out. They're nice and hard. They even kind of make a little clinking noise, like a piece of steel or something. Anyway, we're going to go out and put these on the hives. We're going to figure out which ones we're going to put them on and get them installed. After that, the bees will be all set for winter. Bees are already after it. I'm doing that open feeding just around the corner, about 100 yards from here. So bees are all out in the air flying around, and as soon as they smell this, boy, they're on it quick. Buck, come to help. Okay, just a little side note. Here's a sugar maple I planted this spring. Well, they're having a hard time. Got another one right there. I'm also standing out here in the wind, testing out my microphone modification, see if it helped on the wind noise. There's another one, and I got another one over there by the boat. That one's doing okay there, which is funny because it gets less water, and I think it's because it's in the shade. Anyway, we're right here by Buck's stick and my shadow. So as soon as I grab this stick, Buck's going to come running. Buck! Look what I got! Look what I got! Woo! Ready? Ready? Give it to me! right. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Drop it. Ready? Give it to me. Let go. Drop it. Let go. Give it to me. Let go. Bring it. I think he's done. I need to take this tree out here. Died from Dutch elm disease. Okay. Here's all the bees. That one there's really busy. So the next thing I need to do is go look at all the notes that I've written on these hive tops and see which ones I need to put these sugar blocks on. I shouldn't have to go down into any of the hives and do any work in them. Should be good to go. So we'll get set up and get these things on there. I'm gonna have to put a lid over this before they all find it, and this thing will be covered with bees in no time. Okay, we got this all covered up now so the bees can't get into it. So, now I've got a tree limb down over here. I need to get that sucker cut down while it's a nice day. So this redbud tree here, cut that out of there real quick. Ran up and got my chainsaw. I noticed a lot of YouTubers are talking about their chainsaws, so why don't I do that too? So I've got a Husqvarna 345 here. This is a nice little saw. It's lightweight and it has the narrow kerf chain, 0.325, and I added a 20-inch bar because I'm 6'2" and bending over does not do me well, so I added this long bar on it, and I know that adds a little danger kickback, but of all the years I've operated a chainsaw, I used to cut wood in college, so I've cut ricks and ricks and ricks of wood, so I have never had a chainsaw ever kick back on me. So I don't know if I'm lucky or I should knock on wood, but I've never had that problem. You just got to know where you're putting your bar, and don't put it in a situation where it's going to throw it back in your face. It's pretty much common sense, it seems like to me. Anyway, I'm going to fire this baby up and get that limb cut off, and I'm going to drag it and put it over here in the fire pit and get rid of it. Okay, for all you safety conscious people, watch how I successfully start this saw without putting it on the ground or having the kickback bar engaged. No gloves, no chaps, standing by 20 beehives. I'm going to live to tell about it with no blood. By the way, this saw hasn't been started in probably 2 weeks. That's how you do it. Just to show you how calm these bees are. Right there's what I just cut that off by. Bunch of bees. All they're interested in right now is getting any food that's available and getting it back into the hive. If I'd been out here working on these hives and had them opened and been in there messing with them, that's not something I would have done. They would have been all over me. So, you know, it's not that I'm that tough. It's just being smart about things. Don't do things at the wrong time, because the bees will light you up. That's for sure. Okay, let me share with you what we've done here. So I've gone down this row, and basically I used this hive here as kind of my gauge, because I went through this hive earlier in the fall, and you can see that I wrote ready for winter, strong stores, and I got down and I lifted on that sucker to see basically what it felt like. And then I went down the row and I grabbed each hive by the very bottom board and I tilted it to see what it felt like. So this one here, I put the little grabbers out there. That's my mark that says this one is light. So I'm going to put a sugar block on that. And you can see how much sugar water I fed this. So there's my records of how much I fed it. 3/4, 1, 3/4, 2 quarts, a quart and a quart. So it's been fed quite a bit. So it tells me it needs some more based on the weight. This one hive here is, I put that excluder out there towards the front. It's lightweight. All these here were good, so I didn't put anything out on them. This one here on the end needs something. It's light, and this one's light. So I'm going to set up right here and just show you how I do this. Okay, from my notes on October 1, this hive here was full of honey and it was ready to winter. So I'm going to grab it first just to see what it feels like. So I just reach under it, put my shoulder below this here, give it a tilt, see what it feels like. It's pretty heavy. It's not as heavy as that one that was over there, but this one should be good to go. So I'm going to grab this one. This here's an empty box that I was using to feed. So this is pretty light. So I'm going to put that there so I know to feed it. This one's only taken about looks like about a half a gallon of sugar water while I was feeding before it got too cold. So I know that this one is definitely going to be in danger. It's a good thing it's on the south end, because all these hives here will protect it from the wind and it won't have to burn as much honey to stay warm. So we'll try this one next. This one's done not much more, about a gallon has gone into this. This doesn't weigh anything, so this hive's in trouble. So I'm definitely going to put sugar on it, and I'm going to have to keep an eye on this one. This one here's had about a gallon go into it. This is pretty heavy here, so it's probably okay. So that's how I do it. So when I put these bricks out here, that tells me where I need to go back. So I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's good, because 8 is how many of those sugar feeders I have. So that I'm going to back the camera up. I'll probably do a time lapse of me putting these on here. Okay, that took a lot longer than I thought. Anyway, all the feeders are off. That's in miscellaneous boxes laying on the ground. Got all the sugar feeders on and all the blocks in on the hives that were fairly marginal. So I got to get these boxes picked up. Got all the feeders up here in a bucket. So we need to get all these other boxes up here and get them loaded in here. Here's all the feeders, all the little jugs and whatnot, jars, all that stuff. So that's all going to get put away. It's going to be hard with the bees out. I may just leave it sit outside till a cold day and then take it in till all the bees get off of it. So I'm going to stack the all those extra boxes right in here, and then we're going to get going. Folks, that's basically the end of 2017 bee season. So need to periodically check on them throughout the winter, make sure they got plenty of food stores and they still have some weight to them. And I'll probably do that well, whenever we have nice warm days, probably in December, January time frame. So if you like what you've seen, give me a thumbs up and like and subscribe. If you have any questions, put them down below and I'll get back to you. Our next videos will probably be working on chicken coop and maybe some tractor work, things like that. So thanks for watching.